In terms of what the other side is alleging, they're also kind of raising questions about, whether the the Burman entity is fit and proper.
Yeah.
How would you respond to that?
Well, I mean, if after doing business in India for 440 years and being in a set of diverse businesses, we haven't met the fit and proper test, I don't believe that they have the right or the judge to make us fit and proper. We've been running, I mean, if you look at the regulators, we were the first ones to get an insurance license in 2000. We've been running insurance companies for the last 20 years. So obviously we meet the fit and proper test of the IRDA. We have NBFCs that meet the fit and proper test of RBI. And SEBI itself will, in the next few weeks, decide on whether we're fit and proper.
There's also the allegation that in a way you're fronting for the erstwhile promoters, the Singh brothers. And of course, there is also the name of a spiritual leader which is thrown in.
I've never met any spiritual leader. They said that the money's coming. We've never bought shares. All our investments have been through pref. So where's the question of buying shares from anyone? So I totally deny it, and I've never met any spiritual leader.
The allegation is that the money to do all of this, to sort of invest in the company, came from that source.
No, if you look at the background, all our businesses are profit-making businesses which give out enough dividends. And all the investments we made, even in the last acquisition we did, Everready, all comes from our dividend payments.
Are you sort of friends with the Singh brothers?
No.
Mr. Burman?
No.
Okay.
Haven't seen them in years.
Okay. No, and when you, so to the allegation that you're actually fronting for them,
Absolutely rubbish.
Okay. A lot of the communication which is coming from Religare, there is of course a mention of how all the independent directors on the board of Religare are sort of up in arms and against what you're doing. How would you respond to that?
Well, I'm yet to meet any independent director or hear of any independent director, having an objection. All the communications comes from the company saying independent directors, but no independent director has raised any inquiry which has come out in the public.
Have you made an attempt to meet some of these people? And if not, why not?
Yeah, we haven't made an attempt because as I said, until 2 weeks ago, until about a month ago, we were welcome in the company. It's only in the last few weeks that the company has become hostile. So we haven't made an attempt as of now, because we're trying to find a solution and working on our open offer at the moment.
Do you feel that it was perhaps a bit of a mistake, an oversight, not to have engaged more closely with the company over the years?
No, see, we were engaging closely with the company for the last 5 years. I mean, the person who was in charge of the company was meeting us on a regular basis. She was always assuming charge, so there was never a way we could actually meet anyone else or any of the other independent directors.
Would you concede that under her leadership over the last couple of years, I mean, from a state of sort of floundering, the company's now actually come up to a more respectable, more steady level?
I mean, of course, but it's. I believe that the business. I wouldn't say the business, but the company's come out of its the troubles to a certain extent. But that doesn't only take one person. I mean, the full management, the management of the subsidiary companies, the shareholders who have put in money on a regular basis. It all works in tandem for any company to come out of its problems.
But you would agree that under her leadership, the business, of course, has, and that's the reason why you've stuck around as shareholders, right?
I mean, of course, the actual company to come out of its problems, of the erstwhile promoter problems, it's commendable.
And but you were only in touch with Dr. Saluja, not anyone else at the company. I mean, but do you think that you should have been? Maybe sort of get to know the directors. Above 10%, you could have asked for a board seat, insisted on it perhaps much earlier.
No. Then this would have come out much earlier if I'd insisted. I mean, we were offered a board seat all the time, but it was never put into motion. How is this? How is a company like this, which is 100%, no promoter, 100% public, not even have one shareholder representative as a director? All the 5 directors, all nominees by the chairperson. So where's the question of it having good corporate governance?
Although to be fair, there are only I think 2 institutional investors, and then there is I mean, you as a large investor, right? So
no institutional investors.
I'm not sure what their status is in terms of whether they've been asked, they've been denied, or whatever they were promised but never voted on.
Absolutely similar. You can, but you can.
But have you spoken to the other two?
No, we believe not only the other two. We believe all the shareholders are supporting us.
But have you spoken to the two large
No, yes,
institutional shareholders
Yeah, regular. There's always a regular dialogue.
after this entire thing?
There is a regular dialogue.
And what are they telling you?
No, we believe that we have their full support.
So if this were to go to some sort of a vote at some point, you think that you will come out?
Well, I hope it doesn't go to that stage. But I believe that even if it does go to that stage, then.
Mr. Barman, let's just talk about that open offer price. How significant do you think that is in this entire scheme of things, or you think it's gone beyond that? It's not about the price anymore. I mean, if tomorrow you were to raise the price, do you think things can be brought back on track?
No, as I said, I always believe an amicable solution can be worked out, and I don't believe it's the price because we're well above the SEBI price formula. So I don't think it's well with the price. If there's someone else who's willing to give a higher price, then let them also make let them come in the fray. I don't mind. It's not something which we believe we've offered a fair price for the business, and let the shareholders decide.
Are you willing to go up?
Well, at this point of time, no, I'm not.
What would make you? I mean,
no, at this point of time, no, because I believe it's a fair price, and I believe when the open offer does happen, then we will be successful.
If this were to stretch on beyond a point, and you just said that, well, you will kind of furnish information and you expect this to be resolved, but if this is not, and it kind of goes on, lingers on, would you be willing to get out of the company? I mean, sell your shares and get out, or is that?
As I said, if the company says that we're not fit and proper, and they find someone else who offers more money, yeah, maybe why not?
But, okay, fair enough. What about the care business, the healthcare business, which is what most investors are excited about? We actually at CNBC TV18 reported a story, and maybe you can confirm it, that the first steps in terms of reaching out to merchant bankers, asking them to make a pitch, etc., for the IPO, that's started. This is just last week. I was surprised, but what we report is happening. I just wanted your sense.
It requires shareholder approval.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not saying shareholder approval won't, may or may not come, but it requires it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. But given everything else which is happening, you think it's likely that we will see the care IPO sort of coming through, the stables really again?
Well, unless the open offer first isn't sorted out, I doubt it will come.
You said amicable solution. You mentioned the word. What is the shape and form of an amicable solution to your mind?
No, I mean, listen, it is, when an open offer comes, it's inevitable. The shareholders have to decide. The shareholders themselves will decide on whether 235, my price is a fair price or not. If it's a fair price, and they tender their shares in, automatically we will reach a level where we will be in control.
Mr. Barman, though, to be fair, I must say that I spoke to one of the large shareholders, institutional shareholders. When the open offer price came through, it was 230. The price was 235. The current market price was 270.
Yeah.
The feedback that I had gotten back then, of course, now the price is much lower, is that they would not have tendered.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. As I said, I mean,
you say put it to a vote,
and
then
that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, if the price is too low and shareholders don't want to tender at that price, they're not welcome to. They probably believe that once the Burman family takes control, the share price will go much higher.
Right. For that, you have to the open offer has to succeed for you to take control. That's the point. So that's what I'm saying.
We're already at 22%. I don't foresee. Once the CCI approval comes in, and we're okay to buy more shares. So I don't foresee a problem.
Where do you want to go up to? I mean, eventually, what did you have in your mind when you kind of?
Well, listen, we made an open offer for a full 26% more. So as far as I'm concerned, the more we get, the better. But I don't foresee any control issue.
Once again, let me ask you: how long did? I mean, it's a new story. I mean, you do not expect this. It's broken over the last 1 month or so. How long do you think this entire saga will take? And do you foresee yourself making many more trips to Mumbai with all the regulators here?
I think it'll be sooner than later. I mean, I foresee a few more months, but and I love coming to Bombay, so I'm happy to be back again.
Is there any other way? I mean, I'm sure you've been speaking with your bankers, etc. Is to sort of take this to some sort of a vote, and have you been discussing options?
No, but I mean that is an option, but it's an option we don't want to exercise at this point. But it is an option.
Mr. Barman, just to press on that point, that option that you were talking about, which is calling for EGM and asking shareholders to vote on whether they like the current management at top and whether they'd like a new sort of leader at the top, and why is that not an active sort of topic under
That's an
consideration?
option you were talking about. But as far as we're concerned, we are evaluating various options. At this point of time, as I said, we're concentrating on our open offer. We're concentrating on answering all the questions that the different regulators have. We believe we've made a fair and above board offer for the company, and therefore we will keep on focusing on that. Other options are there, but as of now, we are not.
I'm just pressing on that option because obviously this has gone beyond just the open offer price with the allegations which have been traded. I mean, it's kind of very inconceivable that you will now be willing to work if the open offer goes through and you get to where you want to get to in terms of shareholding. You'll be able to work with the current sort of person at top, and that's the reason why I mean, eventually it will perhaps come down to that. At some point
well,
down
as
the line.
I said, we have various options, and we are being advised by able legal team as well as our merchant bankers. And as I said, we will only look at those options once we have a situation where we need to exercise those.
So right now the focus is to get the open offer, open offer through.
Yes.
Just sort of before I wind up, talk to us a little bit about what your plans at Religare are. What's the vision for Religare? And it's an entity with lending business, there's the insurance business, and just
so historically we have been in a lot of these financial services businesses. That's why, as I told you earlier, we met the fit and proper test for all of them. We have 2 insurance companies. We've had a broking company before, Espirito Santo. We've had a mutual fund company with Fidelity. All different joint ventures with some of the biggest brands in the world. We've always got permissions. We've always met the fit and proper test. In this case, Religare has 4 distinctive businesses. Of course, the flagship is the healthcare business, which is run by very capable professionals, and we will of course supplement that if they require capital with the other 3 businesses. Again, we will provide capital, we provide good management, and and the management who are there, if they're capable, they will continue to run those businesses, and we hope to scale all of them up in due time.
And at some point the CARE IPO as well, once the shareholder approval goes through.
Hopefully.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Great to speak with you.
Pleasure. Thank you.